Good morning. How's everybody doing? Dave in Kentucky. Got some coffee. Gonna do a shave here. What are we gonna use? Well, sorry I missed a shave yesterday. Things have been busy. Let's see. We're gonna use Sir Henry's Kentucky Rain today. It's one I really enjoy, and as you can see, it's still pretty full, getting down to about an eighth of an inch for the most part, maybe around there when it was filled to the brim before. Used it a ton, and still, I don't think I'll ever get through this one. Anyway, have a Stirling Boar soaking. I had one I got when everybody was raving about how good the Stirling Boars were and stuff, and mine just shed and shed and shed and never really got the tips broke in, and I tried for quite a while using it. So I had pulled the knot out. I was going to put something else in it and ended up passing it on to somebody else that wanted to do that before I ever got around to it. Well, someone passed this one on to me. They said, yeah, we've tried to break it in. I think it's gone through a couple of hands. It's gone through Mike and then Paul and then to me. Anyway, I thought, you know what, before I pull that out and do something extreme, let's give it a try. So we're going to use that Kentucky Rain, which is rose, bourbon, and leather. And so I'm using my Bourbon Bay rum from Rooster's Nest, which is, let's see, aged in Kentucky bourbon barrels, obviously. I was looking to see on here if it says where it's somewhere up in Kentucky. Let me see. Lexington. So it's from up in Lexington, Kentucky, very close by, a couple hours. All right, so razor we're using today. Got the compendium out again. There's not a lot on this, but it's the firm blade. And if you look at the patents and what was produced, you see there's missing this arm here compared to in the patents that has the loop all the way underneath, and it looks like their blade cap would snap below and then push up with the blade. So it came out a little different than what the patent showed, which can happen at times. But it's from Portland, Oregon, circa 1945. It takes a single edge, ribbed guard, bar guard, curved head, with a capped hinge at the end, metal handle with an egg-shaped wooden portion. You see the one with the wood egg-shaped portion. I think it was put on there just to make it a little easier to handle, perhaps. And there's also an all-metal handle with horizontal ribs, and that handle has a magnet at the end to be able to pick up a blade. So it uses half of a split Gillette type blade. So there's the information on it. And they do have blades. I have one pack unopened ones that you would get. It's a Gillette style blade, as you can see, and you'd snap them in half to use them. All right, and I happen to have both models here. So there's the magnet in the bottom. There's the metal version and the other version. So very similar except for the egg thing and magnet difference. We'll see if this blade pops out. I just put a new one in this that I knew that was going to pop out, and that's why I didn't want to do that on camera. I wanted to be able to show you how it goes in there and how it's used. This is Gillette Silver Blue, and I didn't want to have to finagle with it on camera and try to get it level, but you basically put the blade on there. Once you have to, the modern ones, you've got to trim the sides down so that they'll be able to fit. And you just fold it over, it snaps in, and lo and behold, that one's crooked, which I expected. So you kind of have to play with it. You take it off again, try to move that forward. I'm going to see if I can get it leveled. So I have as a backup in case the one I am planning on using might perhaps be dull at this point, because I've used it multiple times. Let's try this again this way. Flip it over. The trick is getting it level and at the exposure that you would like to use. Still no bueno. Bueno, bueno. Alright, going to set that aside and we're going to shave with this one. We better get going here or we're never going to get anywhere. So hope you're doing well. Shake the water out of this thing. And so I'm expecting to lose some hairs, obviously. But the important thing is, as long as it's a hair or two and it's breaking in, so we'll see. And yes, I guess it's seen now that not just the mustache, but I decided to try a goatee. That other area I have around my mouth I deal with at times. I thought, you know what, let's just try a goatee. Never had one before. And it's not even been a week, I guess. Maybe 4 or 5 days since I stopped shaving there. We'll see what happens. I should have wet my face first here. Alright. I got a ton of lather. So less territory to shave. And never having done this before, I have been a little slow shaving in that area because I'm trying to shape it and leave it a little larger of an area than what I might trim it down to, but I want to be able to get the overall shape and everything of it without over shaving it. All right. So the firm blades, they show up on eBay occasionally. Actually, I think there's one now. There was 1 or 2 recently that were on there. I just happened to come across seeing them because I was looking for the blades. Not that I was going to use them because I've not really had good success with most vintage blades that I've tried. Okay, so the Boar brush from Stirling, it's not uncomfortable at this point. So maybe it'll break in. We'll see if we lose any hairs. I've been soaping up the whole area there. It gives me some soap to come back to if I need to. Anyway, when I first saw these firm blades, I saw the curvature of it. I thought that's for like women, armpits, but no. No, it was actually designed for use by males of the species, and so it gives a pretty good shave. And there's one here. Set that there. And I don't know what this blade is going to be like, but I've got some pretty good shaves from the razor, and it actually does quite well on my neck area. So you get in the hollows of your neck there, and it can get a little closer maybe. It has for me anyway. So the blade that we have in this one that I'm using is a Wizamet. I do know that. So I had played with blades, trying to get one right for quite a while with these. And then I saw Scott shaving with peg leg use one day, and I was like, that's it. Scott can do it, I can do it. Thank you, Scott. Pushing me over the edge, getting me to use it. Okay. There's all that extra soap. We'll use for our Against the Grain pass. So it looks a little bit like what you picture the Grim Reaper using to shave, whatever. I will have to try and use the one that does not have the egg handle on it. But I'll be honest, as you can see, it comes in handy using it. And that may very well be why it was added at some point. Alright, let's get a rinse. A little water on the glasses. The chisel. So as you can see, if you see one of these pop up, eBay, antique store, flea market, something like that, you might want to grab one, give it a shot. It's up to you. I'm happy happy to have it in the collection and be able to use it and get a nice smooth shave with it. You have control over how much blade exposure you want. Oh, it's a nice bay rum. I like it. It doesn't last particularly long, as most bay rums don't. But it's a good one. Nice. Lexington, Kentucky, Rooster's Nest bay rum. Anyway, shaved with the Kentucky Rain from Sir Henry's, one I highly recommend. Great soaps. If you can find a scent that you really like that he has, I think you'll enjoy it. And we'll see what happens with the Stirling Boar. Had one hair come out. No others coming. So, like I said, if I only lose a hair or two each time, I'll play with it for a little while. Anyway, just at 17 minutes there. There's the firm blades. It's got it written on the side there. Their name is scrolled there, so on both sides of it. Magnet, egg-shaped handle. Those egg shapes can be a little different. Some are more rounded than others. Must be people that sanded on them or something, smooth them up more. But anyway, there you go. Dave in Kentucky. Hope you're doing well out there. Be kind, be safe, and we'll see you on the forum.